Hello, I'm an Elemental Battlegrounds, and today I'm going to be ranking, even if you can't really do a ranking, how good every element in comparison really is, and which is actually the best element. But I'm gonna give you a clue in this video which elements are definitely one of the better ones, and I recommend you to buy it. We got our tier list, and this spot is saved for elements which costs, no matter what they cost, but they're just insane, right? So that's, for example, Angel, but I'm going to start first of all with the basics right here. So we get Grass, and Grass is definitely one of the best special early games, and it's very powerful, and almost in every situation it's got some useful attacks. I'm gonna do right here. It's definitely one of my favorite attacks, elements, I mean. And I got Fire. The fire damage is just insane, especially with the secondary attack with a big fireball. It's very insanely useful. I'm gonna rank water pretty much very down. It's not useful. The water beam is pretty much the only thing which is okay, I think. So I'm gonna put it right in here. We got Storm. So Storm is pretty interesting. I made a video about it, and I was actually surprised how good this element turned out, right? I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but I think I'll put it right here because it's better than water, but not as good as the others. Yeah, but Earth. I mean, you need Earth for various elements, like Slime over here, and Lava is pretty good, but I would say it's same good as Storm. Wind is a little better, and I think Wind is a little better, yeah. Lava, I'm gonna put this right here. It's not that useful. The fire damage is a little better, but it's the only attack, same as water. There's only one attack that is good. I'm gonna put the ice there real quick. It's useful in various situations. Got good attacks, but you have to hit every attack perfectly to deal a good amount of damage, and really is useful. And then we got Crystal. Yeah, I think I'll put it right up here. Because not only is Crystal one of my favorite elements, it is insanely powerful. So you can make this shard where you're in, and which shoots automatically a primary attack of little shards to every player which is in a close radius around you. Really useful. While you're in it, you take less damage. So if you're captured by a solar ultimate attack or anything, yeah, you're fine. It has the same attack as Slime, so I'm gonna pull Slime here because, and now this is interesting. So Slime is pretty much like Crystal, only that Styx players can heal you, not the ultimate. Ultimate is Slime better, but the mana cost. So this is also of mana cost. Good in every situation, and good mana cost. That's why I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put Spirit in here because it got 1.5 good attacks. Because as most of the things, the elements, it has a good primary and push. This pull, I think it's Spirit pull or something, which is good. And same goes for Nature, because you really needed to use it in a combo. Just pretty much one attack that goes. Plasma, yeah. Plasma is one of the elements you can play in survival too. I haven't got it in my video, but I made a video about survival, so it's in the top right corner, go check it out. And in case you're wondering, why the hell is Solar? Yeah, that's right, I didn't got it in here. Because Solar and Angel, I could pull it up here real quick. Angel is very insane element because it's so good. I made an entire video explaining why the Angel is so good and showed you some gameplay. Also, this is in the top right corner right now. It's very insane, and Solar is in this category here too, which means the damage output is great. It's one of the highest in the game. I'm not sure if it is, but I think it is insane, especially with the ultimate, which heals you and does deal, I think, up to 750 damage. I'm not sure about that. Solar ult does around 800 damage, so it's in this category too, because those two are the most expensive elements in the entire game, but do a great amount of damage, and obviously cost a lot of mana. Well, Angel doesn't cost that much mana as Solar. But let's get back to the other elements. Sound in here. Got some okay attacks, but they are all not this powerful. Time, I think time is in here, because if you can use the primary attack properly, also the secondary, you can do insane the combos. It's just hilarious. And then we go to Gravity. Where do I put Gravity? I'm gonna put Gravity in this category, same as Sense. The only thing good about Gravity is its secondary attack, this Gravity Ball, which you shoot and can just literally send players to space, out of the map, if you do it. But it's very difficult. And what else? Why is it in here? So it's only useful for survival, in my opinion. And Suns, so I can't rank Suns really, because it's a special element and you can only play it in the secret world. I made a video about it, go check it out. This is on the top right corner. Look at Void. Void is from Light, which I think I will put in here. And Darkness. Darkness is slightly better than Light. No, I think actually they're the same. And Void here. So overall, Void is a good element, does deal a great amount of damage. But the mana costs are so incredibly high. I think it's the by far most mana expensive element in the entire game, with a good amount of damage output, but not worth it at all. The Chaos element here, because it's decent, damage is good, and especially if you combine it with time, it works out really well. You can do good combos. But the Spectrum element is something special. You heal with the primary attack. That's very good. And the other attacks deal a decent amount of damage. So you got a primary attack, which is very strong. You got the ultimate, which is okay. And the other attacks are okay, so I'm gonna put it in here. Nightmare. Nightmare is a good element. I made a video about it. Nightmare is special, right? I made a 4v1, there were 4 people fighting me, and the only reason I wanted to put it right here, because it's very strong, but you need maxed out mana for this. Be aware of that. I'm gonna leave it in. It's definitely one of my favorite elements. And Phoenix is right in here too. You got a lot of healing from Phoenix, and the ultimate is fun to use. Its damage isn't great, and you can't handle it as well. Aurora is in here too, because in my opinion, same as Gravity, only good for survival. Of course you can use the attacks in normal combat against other players too, but it doesn't really work out. It's just my personal opinion. The technical element, yeah. Now we're getting into the harsher ones, I would say. So this element is hated by every player. It's so freaking annoying, but powerful, and that's why I would put it in here. three things very powerful. I'm not going to say what's exactly powerful. It might not be what you're actually thinking about it. Top right corner, just say dragon. I'm really sorry to put dragon in here. Right, I'm really sorry. Because I love dragon. I really like the element. And for 800 diamonds, you get one insanely good attack. But it does over 400 damage and get it like a dash. So that's great. And you get a second dash to with a close range attack against other players. Also really handy. And now we got to one of the most cheapest but best elements. So you got an ult, which is okay. You got primary attack, which is insane. You got a secondary attack, which is useful, and you got a third attack, which is very good for combos. Very good. So we got acid, and I'm gonna put acid over to slime right here, because its costs are it is expensive, but I don't mind to put it here. I think it's good. And creation, top right corner. The creation element is one of the last added. The damage isn't great at all, so it goes here. The third attack, the area attack with the long sword, is very useful. I really like it, but I don't recommend to buy it. Space. If you want a good overall and doesn't matter the price, go for space. You have a primary attack which nails it. You can do so incredibly much of damage. It's insane. You got a black hole orb which gets play into it perfectly for combos. Decent amount of damage. You got other attacks like a punch. That's where you can combine it with these, and it which does 550 damage. That's just insane. Really good. And Reaper. Last but not least, I'm coming to Reaper. Yeah, I like Reaper, especially the secondary, which can deal up to 562 damage. You have to predict where the player is going to be moving. That can be very difficult, and the damage output isn't that great as from other elements. I'm gonna put it in here. It's okay, but definitely better elements. Added some descriptions here, and to sum this whole thing up, the best elements, in my opinion, no matter what they cost, are Angel, Space. Here we have the elements which are cheap, ranked from low cost to high cost. They all are quite mana cheap. And then we got the elements which do very decent amount of damage, are very good and important in combos. Then we have here elements which are good for combos, but doesn't really have an overall good damage output. In C, you have elements which aren't that powerful, which aren't that great. In D, so was the last one, I got these elements because they aren't that powerful overall, but got decent attacks. Like by water, it's the water beam. By explosion, it's the also the secondary dragon. It's the primary attack where you can fly, and you get a dash. In creation, you get the soul blade. So these are the insane attacks, but the other parts of the element aren't worth it. And then we got the last cluster with F for the survival elements and suns, which you only can use in the secret dimension. In this case, thanks for watching. See you next time with another video. If you haven't yet, subscribe on the left and check out the video on the right.